Hey everyone, I am back with the Lord of the Rings adventure game, adventure book game from Ravensburger, and I just decided to start the whole thing over because I had missed some things in my earlier plays, and I know people were looking forward to it. But I'm just going to try to play through the entire game. Hopefully, not make any mistakes in gameplay. Get through, make some important decisions, and that way you can just see everything from start to finish. And if you haven't watched any of the ones before, you don't have to. I'll try to explain everything as I go through. So let's get right into it. And I'll explain for those who haven't watched before. If you have watched this chapter before and you don't care about this chapter, you can find those chapter markers and skip to the chapters that you care about. So here's chapter 1. The adventure begins. We have our adventure book open. It says, after receiving a mysterious ring, Frodo leaves the Shire with his friends and heads toward Bree and the unknown. So set up, find the chapter 1 plot card, put it near the book, and I'm going to explain some things about that in a second. But shuffle the story deck, deal 4 story cards, which I already have here. I have a Courage, Insight, Adventure, and Warfare. There's also Mystery, which is kind of like the file of Galadriel, and the what's the sixth one? I'm forgetting it already. I'm forgetting. Oh, just the One Ring cards. There's One Ring cards. So over here you see my side deck because I'm playing solo. So we have 1, 2, 3 Courage, 1 Warfare, 1 Ring, and 1 Insight card, and then. So I'm all set up with my cards. Place Frodo, Samwise, Merry, and Pippin. So we have Frodo, Samwise, Merry, and Pippin. Merry has a beer. Pippin has an apple. Frodo has his sting. There you can see. Sorry for that. I know, it's hard to see. Okay, he's got a little sting on his miniature. And then we have Aragorn over here. And then we place 2 riders here, 1 here and 1 here. Gandalf is not a mini because Gandalf flips from the gray side to the white side later in the game, but right now he's on the gray side on the road to Shire. And the player who took a trip is going to go first. That's me because I'm the only player. And chapter rules: Shire, Baggins. Black Riders move clockwise on the Blacksmith path. Black Riders cannot share space with or move into another Black Rider space. Characters move along white paths in either direction. Hobbits cannot enter or move through a space with a Black Rider, but Aragorn can. Quick, find a place to hide. If a Black Rider lands on or moves through a space with a Hobbit, move that Hobbit to the hiding spot here in the middle that has kind of a closed eye thing, and I'll show you a close-up of that. It's right here, the hiding spot. So with all that, let me go back to our chapter plot card, because we'll lose this chapter if there's more than 1 Hobbit in the hiding spot, or the plot deck runs out, restart the chapter. And on our chapter here, we have our deck that kind of simulates rolling die. And it says 1 to 3, move any Hobbit to the hiding spot. If it's already occupied, you lose the chapter. So we have to remember not to have more than 1 Hobbit here or have a Hobbit here when we're flipping cards, unless we've already seen the 1, 2, and 3. The other ones are just going to move the Black Riders 1 or 2 spaces. So this is a fairly simple chapter. We have our special story cards. We have our regular story cards. We have our Eye of Sauron cards and the corruption track. We're going to try not to go up this corruption track, but if we need to, we will during the game. That's the basics of play. We're going to move. We're going to do some storytelling where we can discard cards to move additional spaces. We can complete challenges. We can play special cards, and we can trade with our side deck here. After we do all that, we're going to draw 2 cards from our story deck, and then we're going to advance the plot via this deck here. Finally, if I have more than 6 cards in hand, I'm going to discard those cards. So let's get playing. Let's see what we have going on here. Like I said, we have Courage, Insight, Adventure, and Warfare, all that we need over here. And these are challenge things. So our first challenge is keep it secret, keep it safe. Frodo and Gandalf must be on the hearth over here on this spot. Samwise must be on the road to the Shire. So I got to get Sam over to here and Gandalf and Frodo over here. And then I get to draw 1 card from the story deck, remove Gandalf from the board. So let's get that going. Let's move Frodo here, move Samwise here, and then what can I get rid of? I think I want to hold on to the Insight because I need Insight here and 2 Adventure here. But I think with all these Courage over here and the Warfare here, I could get rid of this Courage and this Warfare during the storytelling because I did my actual movement. And I'm going to go 1 for Gandalf, 2 for Gandalf. Not quite enough to get Samwise up here to the Road to the Shire yet, but we're quite. I could do that. I could do it. I could discard this adventure. We can do that. Get Samwise up there, and then we have the Insight card, which is perfect. Had just enough stuff. We can do that. Play the challenge, and then we get to draw a card from the story deck, which is another Insight, which is perfect because we need that for our next one. We need Insight into Adventure. Okay, so that's my turn. I did my regular movement. I did my storytelling. And now we come to a time where I get to draw 2 more cards. My normal draw. So I get a mystery and a adventure. I needed that adventure, but it looks like I need to probably use this for movement because there's nowhere here that needs a mystery. That's okay. Or I could trade it next time too. Oh, my 1 Marine ability for this first chapter is to move a Black Rider 1 space. So after I do all that, I am going to reveal a plot card, and it's a 14, which means that we have to move both Black Riders 2 spaces. 13 through 15 will do that. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not going to do a whole lot but block us. So that's my turn. It's back to me. Now I need to start getting the hobbits up here to breathe. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Pippin 1, 2, and then I'm going to discard this one to move him 3 so that we don't have him left here in the hiding spot, because that would be bad in case if we've flipped over a 1 through 3. And that's the end of my storytelling. And then I draw my 2 cards. I got a 1 ring and a mystery, so I can discard that mystery to move. I don't really want to do that with the 1 ring ability at this point. Hopefully not at all if I don't have to, but we'll see. And now we will get a plot card. It's a 5, which means we move one of the Black Riders 1 space. Let's get this one out of our way here so we can start moving Frodo, and we were supposed to remove Gandalf when we did that. But that way we could get Frodo and Samwise moving towards Bree too. Okay, so that was the plot. It's back to me. Let's go ahead and just get... Let's keep it simple. Let's move Pippin 1, 2, and we'll discard, as we go into storytelling, discard this mystery card to get him safely up here. And then we're going to trade over here with the side deck to get rid of that 1 ring card and take an extra insight. And we'll just use that for movement next time. Or I could use it for movement now, but I guess that's fine. We'll do it now. We'll get Frodo going. My turn is over, so I draw 2 cards. 1 and 2. And that shouldn't be in here yet. I thought I got rid of all those, so I'm going to put that back in the specials. And shuffle those. Okay, so 1, a courage, and 2, a 1 ring. I'm just going to make sure that I thought I pulled out all my special cards from my previous play. We'll check real quick just to make sure. Yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm going to shuffle that. Okay, we're good. We're still good. All right. And then we do the plot card. The plot card is going to be a 12, which means we move one of the Black Riders 2 spaces. I think the one I want to move and kind of get out of the way of Bree here is this one. So I'm going to go 1, 2. It's back to me. So let's start getting Pippin on 1, 2, and then let's discard a 3rd card, this Courage, for another movement. And then let's trade out. We can trade once. Trade out for one of these Courage, and we're going to discard it for another movement and get Mary close there. I might have said that was Pippin, but this is Mary. And I think that's about all we can do right now. I need to get one more adventure card, so we'll go ahead and be done with our turn. Get Warfare, which we will need for the last challenge, but we don't need yet. And another Warfare, we can use one of those for sure. Actually, we could use both for sure because we have a Warfare over here to get moving. But now we flip over the plot card. It's a 1. And with that, we move any hobbit to the hiding spot. If it's already occupied, you lose, so we don't have to worry about it. But what we can do is this nice thing where we can move Samwise essentially up here and skip 1, 2, 3, 4 movement, but jump Samwise from here to here. And with that, that helps us out a bunch, actually. So that's really good. I like that. And I just wish I had one more adventure card already here. But that's now back to me, my turn. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and just get Samwise out of the way with one of these. And then we will draw our 2 cards, hopefully get an adventure card. And we got 1 adventure card and 1 mystery. We do need the adventure card. And now back to the plot. And with the plot, it's a 2. That's fantastic. That means we can move Frodo up also. Very good. And it's back to me, my turn. We have the cards we need to do some adventuring, but we will just move 1, 2, and then I'm going to discard the mystery card because we don't need that at all in this chapter of the book. And we will move Frodo right there. And then we can spend all 3 of these cards. It comes in pints. All 4 hobbits must be on orange spaces in Bree, which they now are. And we have our insight and 2 adventure. So we get to put those there. Put this here, draw a card from the special deck, and place Aragorn on the prancing pony, which is cool. The man in the corner. Who is he? All right, so let's draw a special card. See what that is. Bilbo's Journal. During the draw phase, you may choose 2 cards from the discard pile instead of drawing from the story deck. You cannot choose special cards. That would be nice. I'm going to hold on to it, though. I don't think we need to do that yet. But actually, we could, and then we would just be ready to go do that. And that would put it back into our... let's do that. That way we have the 2 courage we need. So we're going to do that. Take the 2 courage we need out of the discard. We'll play that. Bilbo's Journal. It'll go right into our discard. Get that. Now we have... Oh, that's not quite what I need. I didn't need 2 courage. I need 1 courage and 1 warfare. So let's get the right thing. 1 courage and 1 warfare. There we go. Now we have the right cards to do this last challenge. And we don't draw anything... from the story deck. Because of that, now we do our plot. Our plot is going to be a 10, which means we go 9 through 12, move either black card or 2 spaces. Great. Because now we can get to Weathertop like we want to. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then it's back to me, my turn. We're just going to start getting everybody towards Weathertop. So we're going to move Frodo 1, 2, and I don't want to get rid of any cards right now. I just want to draw 2 cards. And so I got an insight and a warfare. That'll help me move more. It's plot time. Plot, we're going to get an 11, same as last time. We're going to move either black card or 2 spaces. We can't move this one. We have to move this one. Not a big deal, because we can move some people, get some things going. And now it's back to my turn. So we're going to move Frodo 1. We're going to move Samwise 1. And then I'm going to spend 2. That insight and that warfare we just got to go 1, 2 with Samwise. Samwise and Frodo are now safe. We just need Aragorn, Frodo, Samwise, and 1 other hobbit up there, and this mix of courage and 2 warfare to complete the challenge. So I think we're doing pretty good, and because then we'll complete the chapter. It says, we're 6 days from Rivendell. He'll never make it. Okay, so I get to draw 2 new cards. Those will help us with all that movement we need to do. A 1 ring and an adventure card. Here, we can still trade out that 1 ring over here, so we're good. Plot card is going to be it's a 9. Based on that, a 9. So 9 is move either black card or 2 spaces. We can do either one. Let's just get this one out of the way. 1, 2. I don't know why that will make a difference, but if it does, I think we're doing pretty good. Okay, so back to me. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play this warfare and this adventure card after. Well, we're going to move Aragorn 1, 2, and then I'll discard a card to move Aragorn all the way up there, and then I'm going to discard this one to move, it doesn't matter, Pippin, I guess. Pippin's going to start going towards Weathertop, and then I'm going to trade out this 1 ring for this warfare card over here. And with that, it's into my turn, and we will see what So there's our 3. We already had the 1 and 2, I believe. So that means we move any one. We'll move Mary over to the hiding spot. Not a big deal. And back to me. My turn. We just need to go 1, 2, and then we're there. We have Aragorn, Frodo, Samwise, and one other hobbit on Weathertop. We have the Courage and 2 Warfare that we needed right here. And with that, we play those, and we get to complete the chapter.